how do you put emotion into your ad copy? We all know that people first feel an emotion and then justify it with logic before they buy something. You can't just have all these logical facts stated and then expect people to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes logical sense. I'll buy it. Believe it or not. I know it sounds ridiculous, right? But you might get some people that will buy your product, but you'll get a lot more profits if you hit that emotional point first and then justify it with logic. So this begs the question, how do you make your ad copy bring out the emotion in people? And the two words I have for you to answer this question is what happened. So what's going on, my smart marketing goons? It's Aaron here in another video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit a like on this video because you're in for an emotional, great surprise in this video and I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna be shocked once you hear the answer to how to put emotion into ad copy, because I sure was when I first learned about it. And while you're at it, before you get too shocked and before you get too scared, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the latest Facebook ads tips and tricks to, get more profit for your Facebook ads. So the two words I said was what happened, and that's the answer to bring out your Facebook ad copy. Well, I already answered the question. All right, goodbye guys, see you later. I would get hated so much if I ended the video right there. But before I get into the explanation of what happened, let me first say the prefixes that you need to understand before you answer the question, what happened. So pretty much what I mean by what happened is that you want to tell a story. And now you might be thinking, oh, I don't know how to tell a story. Oh, I don't have a story to tell. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't deal with this. I'm done. I'm out. But no, calm down. Everyone has a story to tell, and it's a lot simpler than what people make it out to be. I used to think it was a lot more complicated than that, but it's really not. It's very simple as the words what happened. So before you tell your story, you need to make sure that there's no obstacles to listening. So this may be hard to do in a Facebook ad, but this could be something that you can do if you're writing sales copy, for example. So like once they click on the Facebook ad and you have them to, your lead magnet or a sales copy, you need to understand their objections to listening, which in our terms with Facebook ads means what are their objections to actually buying from you or downloading your lead magnet, etc., etc. So one main objection of why people won't buy from, a random Facebook ad or a random lead magnet is because of trust. A way to get rid of those obstacles to listening, aka objections, is just to state it outright right there in the sales copy, because then it tells the customer that, oh, hey, I know exactly what you're feeling. You don't trust me because you just got me here from a random Facebook ad. And then as the person's reading that, they're going to be like, oh yeah, he's completely right. That's why I don't trust you. That's why I'm not going to listen to what you're saying. And then just say it outright, and then say something that's going to completely rebuttal that fact. So for example, just like, oh, you may not trust me, but I have these testimonials and all these people trust me. Therefore, I am a trustworthy person. So you want to think about what objections people may have from, downloading your lead magnet, from clicking on your ad. They might be thinking, oh, it's just another, a same Facebook ad. It's going to offer me the same offer. Then just say, hey, you might be thinking that this is a Facebook ad that's going to offer you the same offer, but I can guarantee you this is not something that you've seen before. So in essence, just speak to whatever objections that they have, and then just by literally just saying it, and then just maybe counteracting it with something that, counteracts that objection, that person's more likely going to be more susceptible and more willing to listen to your story. So that people are actually going to feel an emotional feeling right in the heart right here and actually, buy from you or, download your lead magnet or become a customer on your email list, whatever your goal is. You want to just tell what happened when it relates to sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. And you don't want to have anything else. If the sentence doesn't relate to those 5 senses in that way, you don't want it in your story. That means you don't want opinions, you don't want judgments, you don't want feelings, believe it or not. So you don't want to say the words, oh, this person was sad, I was sad. You actually don't want that. And I'm going to tell you why. So pretty much if a camera can't see it, then it doesn't belong in your story. The only exception to that sort of is like if you have like a feeling that's like in your body, but you want to describe it in a way that, you know, a camera can see. And I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. So why is it like that? So why is that the framework of an emotional story? Well, believe it or not, it's not the advertiser that's actually telling you what emotions to feel. It's the advertiser showing you something or telling you something, and then you yourself, yes, you yourself put the emotion in it. And then along those lines, if you want to add detail to the story, you want to make sure that the detail helps emphasize the senses that you're feeling or justify, you know, or justify what you're saying already. And you don't want to add detail that's going to, you know, put your opinion in it, put your emotion in it, being like, oh, she was sad and he was sad, or etc., etc. So for example, which statement is a lot more powerful? I'm feeling upset, I'm really sad, I'm really destroyed because of this disease. A more impactful sentence would be, I got the test results back and I have leukemia. And the doctor said to me, I only have 5 weeks to live. So I hope that doesn't happen to any of you guys, but you see the difference in those statements, right? In the first statement, I was using a lot of, you know, just what I was just thinking when I was feeling myself. And that was pretty much how I think of it is just like you are spoiling the ending for the most part, right? Like people aren't getting to it themselves, you're just giving them the answer. So therefore they're not feeling that emotion. But then when I said just simply what happened, I have leukemia and I only have 5 weeks to live, you are automatically, it's literally human nature, you can't do anything about it. You're automatically putting emotion into that statement. So that's why you see a lot of people, when they describe their story, they just describe what happened. They say that, oh, I was broke. I didn't have a job anymore. I looked everywhere. I searched for hours on job sites and I couldn't find a job. Then I was just on YouTube and then I found this video, and this video changed my life for the better because they taught me these steps, and these steps have gotten me to where I am today. So that's literally a story right there that I literally just came up with. Like I don't have a script, and that's a quick story. But imagine if you took the time to think about a nice, well-crafted story, and it goes to all 5 senses. What I was hearing, I could hear my wife yelling at me. I heard the doctor say something. I heard the doctor say the news, what I was seeing. But no, I didn't say with that second story that I was shocked. You already had that emotional, shocking feeling in your heart. You didn't need that. So now you are emotionally hooked. So now that you have that emotional hook, I can give you the logical facts, and you are more likely to pay attention, listen to my story, and be like, I need that product, because you are emotionally invested into it. So what is the step-by-step formula to craft a perfect story so you can easily say what happened? So the first thing you want to do is to establish an emotional turning point in your story. So pretty much you want to find the middle of your story first. So that means just saying what's the point of your story that's going to, you know, turn heads, that's going to shock people the most, or in other words, what's the thing that your product or service that once it's interjected into that story, that person is going to be emotionally better, is going to feel better at that point. And then once you establish that middle, you want to make a first sentence and a last sentence of your story. So the first sentence is you want it to be something that's going to captivate someone's attention. So for example, if I just started with the doctor said I only had 5 weeks to live, that is an emotional statement right there that's going to catch people's attention. It's going to keep making people reading on. And let's just say, for example, I'm selling this pharmaceutical pill. The doctor said I only have 5 weeks to live. I went back to my wife and I told her the news of what the doctor said, and she fell down in tears, crying and asking what she were going to do. And I looked her straight into the eye And I said, I don't know. It smelled like complete nothingness. Then I went to watch some TV to try to get my mind off this terrible feeling of what the doctor had said to me. Inside my body, it felt like birds were just trying to burst out of my skin, but they just couldn't. And then I came across this pill, and then this was the magic pill, and I called immediately once the commercial had ended. I turned off the TV and I called the doctor. And then once I called the doctor, they gave me the pill. So in this point, the pill, this is where you inject that emotional turning point. So now it was all distraught and sadness before, and now I got this pill. Once I took the pill for a couple weeks, I went back to the doctor and he said the magic words, your leukemia or whatever disease you have is gone. The words that I thought in my head were, thank you, company. So that's just a quick example of, a story that you could use. Notice that I only used the 5 senses. If there was a camera crew literally right there in that scene of a story, they could capture every single detail that I talked about. And no, I never used the words, I was shocked, I was sad, I was feeling, ungrateful. I didn't say, oh, I'm so mad this happened to me. No, I didn't use any of that. You put that emotion when you heard that story, not me. I didn't try to bring out any emotion in you did. So I established the first sentence, I established the emotional turning point, and then the last sentence, the ending sentence, should be something that wraps up everything in a succinct way that makes you look like the hero, that makes your product or service look like the hero. And you don't have to have characters in your story. You can just use what happened. So you can just say something like, before you were probably doing this, that, and this. So you could say before you were doing the pain points that whatever the customer was doing, then now you found this product and now you are doing this, this, and this. And then you can use the logical facts to say, social proof, or use whatever logical facts that are true about your product or service, because you already hooked them emotionally. And then they reason with it with facts. And then with that, you have the perfect combination for someone to buy your product or service. Whenever you're writing your ad copy, just think, when you're writing the emotional part, is a camcorder just like this one. These relate to the 5 senses. A camera can't record judgments, and a camera can't record opinions, it can't record thoughts, and it can't record emotions that people are feeling inside their heads. Now that you know how to write emotional ad copy, be sure to watch the video up there that's going to talk about Facebook targeting / market research in 2020. So in that way, you show your perfect ad copy in front of people who want to buy your product or service on Facebook. I'll see you guys in that video.